Welcome, you absolute legends. I am former friends. I am Pete. I am back, and today I am going over icons, the big boys, the ones that you say the name of a house, and the first phrase you think about is this. So, I've 13 to crack on into. So, let's start off with number 13, and this is a kind of a controversial one because not everyone knows about this house, but if you say the name, everyone knows this fragrance. From House of Joe Malone, it's wood sage and sea salt. Now this one, it does exactly what it says on it. It's sea salt, sage, grapefruit, amber, and seaweed. And it came out in 2014. If anyone says to you, Joe Malone, the first thing you'll think about is this one. It's a great all-round fragrance, works all year round. It's a great signature scent if you want one. It's iconic as far as I'm concerned. And anyone who tells you otherwise, well, I don't care. This is my list, so I'm going to put number 13, Joe Malone, Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Number 12. Again, this came out in 2011, which, like I say, it's 11 years old. It's only just had its first flanker this year, or back in the last year, start this year. It's from the House of Mancera. It's Cedar Boise, and I honestly think this one came out of nowhere, so as you can see, I have a dent in my old bottle, so this is fine. But this has got black currant, bergamot, water jasmine, and sandalwood. And okay, well, sorry about that. And this one was basically dubbed as a new one for Creed Aventus, but I honestly think this is better than Creed Aventus. Yes, Creed Aventus back in the day in 2010 would have been awesome, but this one, for the price you're paying for it, and it put Mancera on the map big time from this one. So for me, number 12, Cedrat Boise from Mancera. Number 11, and this one came out in the mid-90s. I think it's 96, and this definitely put this house on the map. It's Mugler, Amen, and this has got so many blooming notes in it. I could have been here for half an hour, but I've got some of them. So it's coffee, vanilla, caramel, milk, and benzoin. And it's a beast. That's all you can say. Mugler from this spawned, what, 15 flankers from this? I mean, that's impressive. To say that this is redundant now is ridiculous. It's a woody aromatic and it's a beautiful scent. Just don't wear it in summer. Not probably the best thing. But in winter, cold winter day, this thing is just got everything you'd want. So again, number 11, Mugler, Amen. Alright, smacking on to the top 10 list now, and number 10, a controversial one, because I was going to put another one in, but I went with this one, from the House of Tom Ford. It's for man. Now, I could have put in Tuscan leather, because that was a good option, but I just felt, for me, this one was a little bit more versatile, and I felt that this should not, well, I don't think it's been discontinued, but it's getting a bit harder to find. It's got tobacco leaf, it's got orange blossom, oak moss, vetiver, and some leather in it. It's a great scent. Honestly, if you can find a bottle of this, and I don't think it's too bad at the moment. I think I've seen it for 75 quid. Again, for Tom Ford, that's a ridiculous good scent. I love this. Really put Tom Ford. I mean, even though he was already big at the time, he'd already done work for Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent. This on his own kind of made him for him. So number 10, Tom Ford for men. Number 9. Now, this came out in the 90s as well, and it's from the House of Hugo Boss, and it's bottled. I mean, let's face facts. This brought out probably more flankers than anything else, and it's ridiculous. And I think this has been discontinued now, which, God, I know the intense one has been. So this has got this cinnamon, apple, plum, cedar and sandalwood combo, and everyone who can smells this knows straight away what you're wearing, when you're wearing it. It's just got its own little thing. Like I say, it's spawned off so many flankers, it's unreal. So this one for me is iconic. It's just got to be up there, just on the fact that it spawns so much more. I mean, Hugo Boss must pay a massive debt to this fragrance. So there you go. Number 9, Hugo Boss bottled. Number 8, we're going way back to 1985, and this one, quite frankly, is still iconic now. It's Creed Green Irish Tweed. Now, I could have gone with Aventus, but this has been around a lot longer, by 25 years. So, and it's just, it's really gorgeous. It's got that lemon verbena, iris and violet leaf, ambre, and it's just, quite frankly, it's a great spring scent, spring summer scent. Again, really amped up Creed. Even though Creed was decent at the time, this really helped it. So for me, it's iconic in that respect. So Creed, Green Irish Tweed, my number 8. Now this one, again, I could have gone with another couple, but I felt that this one really amped up how good Prada was. It's Prada L'Homme. Now, this came out in 2016. Now, there was Prada Amber Pour Homme, which I could have put with, but this just amplified it right up there for me. It's got like carrot seeds, iris, neroli, cardamom, and there's some cedar in this, and it just smells just phenomenal. If they ever discontinue this, I will be buying 4 backup bottles because I like this one so much. And quite frankly, yes, Prada is the best soapy fragrances, but for me, this one is one of the best ones. Yeah, Prada Amber Pour Homme is still up there, and it came out in 2005, but this one just really elevated it to another level. So number 7, Prada L'Homme. Number 6. Now this came out in 2006, and again, for a good reason I'm putting this in here. It's Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme, and this spawned off, quite frankly, more flankers than I've ever known. It's spawned off Nada with L'Homme, which spawned off another set of flankers, all from this one. And again, you've got a ginger bergamot combo at the top. White pepper tonka. It's just, even today, people will wear this and it will be a signature scent for a lot of people. Quite frankly, because it works. It's, like I say, there's more flankers than I've ever known. It's probably got about 30 flankers, if not more. So to say it's not iconic, it's a bit of hard judgment. But yeah, for me, Prada L'Homme, number 6. All right, here's the big boys. Number 5. This one was released in 1996, and it's still iconic now. I can't deny that it's not one of the beasts of the world. It's Armani Acqua di Gio. And this one, again, so it's got jasmine, it's got bergamot, nutmeg, peach, rose in this. And back in the day, this was probably a lot more hard-hitting than it is now. It has been neutered. That's why probably Profondo over the next few years will take over from this. But even today, this still sells. It's iconic for a reason. It will never die off. I don't think so. Unless Armani just thinks, well, we're going to axe it. But I still think too many people buy this. I can't see them axing this. I hope they don't axe this. So number 5, Acqua di Gio from Armani. Number 4, we go to a year later. Oh no, a year before, sorry. 1995, and then this little thing came out, and everyone was wearing it. It's Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male. Now I've got just a little bit left of my vintage bottle, and I'm not going to spray it because I don't want to. But that mint, lavender, vanilla, sandalwood, and some cedar in this. And again, when you went out clubbing, you knew what people was wearing. They were wearing this bad boy. So quite honestly, it is an amazing fragrance. It's still iconic today. People still buy it. I've got a backup of this. So honestly, one of the best ever. So Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male at the number 4. Right, now we're going into the ridiculous realm. And this one came out in 2015. And as soon as I name the name, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. It's Dior. It's Sauvage. Now, I haven't got the EDT version. This is the Parfum version, but I'm never going to buy the EDT. It's just like I say, it hurts my head. It's not my vibe. So, but the other ones, they're alright. So the Sichuan pepper, cedar. It's got bergamot and lavender and ambroxan in it. And again, how can I argue? The sales say for itself. It's one of the top selling fragrances, even after 7 years, which proves they did a damn good job on this one. Yes, it's not my cup of tea, but I am not going to deny Sauvage a top 3 place because it's just, like I say, it's in the top 10 of selling fragrances of all time. in 7 years. That's ridiculous. So number 3, Dior Sauvage. Number 2, the one that sparked all of that off before, which was done 5 years before this, Bleu de Chanel. Now, this is the Parfum version, but I haven't got my EDT version down. But this one, again, had the isoe, grapefruit, pink pepper, that vibe, patchouli and some nutmeg in this. But again, you're looking at it from the standpoint, when it came out, it blew the market open because it was something completely different and no one had seen before. And again, even to this day, it still sells like crazy. So Bleu de Chanel, iconic because it came before the Dior Sauvage. Number 2, Bleu de Chanel. Which leads me to number 1. Now, this one is the most underrated in the history of mankind fragrance. And I love it because it's still iconic now. And people were going, Pete, are you smoking something? No, I'm not. So that's the Dolce & Gabbana. It's Pour Homme. Now, it came out in 1994, but it's rebooted in 2012. And again, it's got neroli, lavender, tobacco, tonka, and some sageness. And I honestly think this is a true work of art. It's amazing. Max Forte is his favourite fragrance, and for good reason. This thing is just phenomenal. So my number 1, and I'm sure I'm going to spark off a ton of arguments in the comments, and please do make me know in the comments what you thought of number 1. Number 1, Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. Right, so there you have it, my top 13 iconic fragrances. Let me know in the comments what you'd put in there. I'm sure Adventus would have been there and a few of us. As always, my scent of the day, I went with a nice, cheap, easy one today. Dunhill Desire Ocean Blue was my scent of the day. As always, let me know what your scent of the day was. And as always, if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, or a question, please hit me up. Honestly, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I'm also on Instagram with Fun with Fragrances. And as always, you absolute legends, smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.